6,920 pounds, and dare I say, one of the very few potentially truly half-ton towable fifth wheels I think I've seen in a long time. A little couples model coming in on trade here at Haylett RV. And when it comes to things like half-ton towing and fifth wheels, understand it really depends on the specific vehicle in question. Frankly, that's true of any towing situation, but especially true of half-tons because no vehicle varies to the degree of a half-ton pickup. They can be so wildly different. So there might be some half-tons that can handle this, maybe not. You might still want to be a 3/4 ton tower just for the comfort, the peace of mind. I don't know. Overall, though, I think what you're going to see, you're going to like in this RV. Like, this includes that full RV cover there. And if you're noticing this furniture, that is not the factory furniture arrangement. This RV has gone through some personalization. That being said, I don't see anything that scares me. I don't see anything I dislike. One of the first things I noticed when I walked in is the walls have been painted. Now, I've been doing this a long time, and I have seen RVs painted to cover up damage and leaks. So I started looking around this thing, and I can't find anything wrong. I started looking around the bottoms of the slides, all the way around the slides. I started opening up the cabinets in the front and rear corners, because if you're shopping for a used RV, if you want to see if it's had a leak, those are the most common areas where that occurs, because those are the highest points of stress in the RV. Either this RV has never had a leak, which is what I believe is the case. This appears to be very, very well kept, actually. You know, the fact that they spent some money on furniture and they bought a full RV cover that they obviously used and even put Goodyear tires on this that we'll see when we go outside tells me that they were willing to take care of this. They spent the money to take care of it. I think they just painted it to give it a look that they preferred. I don't believe they painted this to cover anything up. And if they did a good enough job to fool me as a 12-year veteran of this industry. And just a great, small, but really spacious feeling little fifth wheel. I like the little countertop extension that they added right there. And the sofa over here, which I suspect was probably at one point in the slide out, or I don't know, maybe it was always back here and they only changed what was in the slide, I'm not sure. Regardless, when you're on the sofa, you are staring at Boardwalk and Park Place directly across from the entertainment center over here. This RV new from the factory wouldn't have had entertainment, so the previous owners added that and then left it. Again, it's not a guarantee, but I've been doing this a while, and that's usually a really strong indicator of an RV that has enjoyed some very top-shelf ownership. I like the storage in the top of the slide, the cross breeze windows through the slide, and if you don't like this furniture arrangement, obviously it's not bolted down and the cover doesn't stay there. That's just where they transported the cover because it was easier. This, actually I'm looking at this, I believe this used to be a dinette. Because if you look back there, you can see like a little access panel where the dinette, there used to be an outside baggage door into the dinette storage, which is just simply no longer present. But again, they did a better job than I would have. I'll say that. Their craft skills are better than my own. Now, something else here, it's hard to really get a good grip on is exactly how much storage is in this thing. Because this is a small camper. But folks, she's packed. She's packed. So the side stands are super CPAP friendly. You want to plug in a phone charger, whatever the case may be. I mean, they did a good job here. You may have also noticed through our brief flyby footage here, that is not the original bed. This would have come with one of those little blue backbreaker wafer of death short camp queens. This, by contrast, is a big old thick true queen memory foam top bed right here. It just sucks you in and makes you want to say good night. And backing up just a step here, you may have also spotted up in that cabinet there original owner's manuals. Those are the kind of things I also look for. People who take care of their RVs tend to keep their owner's manuals. Every positive indicator, not a guarantee, but indicator that I've learned to look for over the years, I see them here. And I actually wanted to back up just so that you could see how we're getting to the bathroom across from that big closet mega storage highway right there. The folks also may have noticed that there was a limited supply of storage in this bathroom initially from the manufacturer. So they added those cute little decorative boxes up there. And again, everything they did to this, it was simple, but really effective, nice updates I think you're going to like.
I'm obviously bundled up today because it is cold, but I got to tell you, I'm pretty impressed with what I see. This is, it's small, it's simple, the price is going to be right, but it's nice. The folks put a nice little touch of class in here, and there's a lot of good storage in this thing.
It's not super tall, but it is long and wide. And I tell you what, you can put a lot of totes side by side in here. And it looks like the folks also added a couple little eyelets here so you could kind of tie some cargo down so they wouldn't go flying around in transit. That's some decent space for a small fifth wheel outside. And again, those are not the original factory tires. Those are Goodyear Endurance radials right there. 80 PSI, 87 mile an hour rated. They won't take you back in time, but they will take you to your destination. Ooh, that is so the first Saturday of every month, I don't know if you're hearing that in the background, here in Coldwater, they test the alarm systems, or the tornado sirens, basically, the emergency siren system. And it always sounds like there's some kind of, air raid coming in. Thankfully, that is not the case. We are very fortunate. We don't have to worry about that kind of stuff living where we live here. We are a fortunate society, truly. So, back to the task at hand on this RV, not talking about world events that I'm not qualified to talk about. Exterior of this looks really good. Problem is, it's got a little bit of film on it because we've, had some weather recently, and it had to get towed here to come in on trade. This thing needs the briefest of hose baths, and it's going to look great. This having been stored under that RV cover, keeping it away from the sun and the exposure, that is just like one of the very best things you could always do to an RV to keep it in good shape. Literally, folks, because they bought a cover and stored it under that cover, they got more than that cover's worth of money back out of it on trade. It's one of the very few times that if you buy an accessory and use it, it will enhance the value of your RV on trade. No joke. The roof of this is walkable, by the way. It just simply, this brand doesn't typically equip their stuff with ladders. The spare tire is not a matching Goodyear, but I don't believe that spare tire has ever touched the ground. So it is a perfectly viable spare tire as a temporary kind of thing to get you through. And that is a power awning, by the way. I didn't mention it, but you probably noticed that slide awning cover up top there, doing the job of keeping her a little bit extra protected, reduce a little bit of care, maintenance, and upkeep required. Those things are so handy. If you're gonna be parked in some place like the Midwest around here where you have pine needles and stuff falling down, it's so nice to not have to get up there to clean that slide off just to close it, especially on a model that doesn't have a rear ladder. Makes a lot of sense. Although that belly's big enough, you could probably work one out in there like a folding ladder. Regardless, if you like what you see, you want to learn a little more, give us a call here at Haylett RV, and folks, we'll get you camping. Need hitching, need parts, need financing, got to trade yourself? Wouldn't you know we do all that. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylett camping, everyone. Have a great day. Hopefully you're warmer than me.